Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about the strength and conditioning workouts that you're going to see in the Become a Runner Academy. These workouts for strength and conditioning you should be doing twice a week. Again, these workouts are all about building up your body to handle the demands of running. We can build a big engine, but if our body can't handle that engine, then we're going to have an injury. So today we're going to talk about strength and conditioning and also some of the stretches and mobility work that you're going to see in the Become a Runner Academy. So the first strength exercise that you're going to do is called the chair of death. Now I know that sounds kind of intimidating, chair of death, but it's really not that bad. And actually, if you have a job where you sit all day, this workout is a great workout to do right before you go for a run. It really works to activate the glutes. If you sit all day, a lot of times our glutes can go to sleep on us. And so right before a run, if you've been sitting a lot, do this chair of death workout, and that will really wake up those glutes before you get going. So to do the chair of death squat, start with your feet right at the front of the chair. You want your toes, the end of your toes, to be right at the front of the chair. When you're first starting out, put your knees can touch the chair, hands in front of you, eyes forward, and you're just going to go down. And what this does, and then come back up nice and easy. What this does is it causes you to activate those glutes. A lot of us, if we sit, if we're quad dominant, when we squat, knees are going to go forward first. So knees forward and then down, which not good for the knees. So chair of death, start with your feet just at the front of the chair, knees touching the chair, and then down nice and easy, and come back up. As you get that movement down, as it becomes easy, you can put your feet at the base, and then you can try to do your squat without hitting the chair. So down, try to avoid hitting the chair with your knees, and back up. And that is how you do the chair of death squat. So the next exercise you're going to do is the deadlift. First we have the chair of death squat, now we have the deadlift. You guys noticing a theme here yet? So the deadlift, again, is a great one to activate the hamstrings and the glutes. Really helps us use those muscles to propel us forward as we drive, when we run. When we're running, we want to be driven from the glutes. It's one of the biggest muscles we have, so if we can drive from that, it's really going to help prevent some knee pain. Start with the bar. You want to come down, bend your knees, so you'll have that bar down by just about your shin height, kind of touching, head looking about 3 or 4 feet in front of you. And then when you come up, you're just going to come up nice and easy, and then drive those glutes forward. They come down nice and easy, bend the knees, drop the glutes a little bit, eyes forward, 3 or 4 feet in front of you, come up, lock those glutes, come down, and up. And that is a deadlift. You can do it with a bar. You can do it with dumbbells if you have dumbbells. Kettlebell works as well, or you can do it without anything. Just kind of a squat position, just kind of come down, hold the air, fist down by your shins, and then come up. So starting out, that's maybe where you want to start out. Just no weights, just practicing the movement till you get that movement down, and then you can add some weight after that. So when we run, we're basically running in a single leg squat. When you're running, your stance on one leg, and then as you come forward, you're kind of single leg squatting on the other leg forward. And so one of our strength workouts is a single leg squat. So to do the single leg squat, just put your weight on one foot. We're going to start with the right leg, other leg in front of you, and all you're doing is you're going down to about 45 degrees. This is a great one to do in the mirror to see what your body's doing, to see if you have any, if you're dipping on one side, you may be weak in that glute, or on the other side, so you may have some instability issues. So do this one in the mirror for a couple times and just kind of watch how your body's acting. Watch that knee. Is it going outside your second toe? Is it diving inside the second toe? It's going to show some instabilities. And this workout is really going to help build up your body to take care of those instabilities. So weight on one foot, other leg out in front of you, and then just go down 45 degrees, come up, down, up, down. You're going to do, there you go. Switch legs. Weight on your other foot, other leg in front of you, down. And that is a single leg squat. So the next one I'm going to show you is one that you should be practicing quite a bit. Whenever you're kind of sitting around watching TV, not doing much, doing the dishes, whatever you're doing, it's called toe yoga. And so to do toe yoga, what we're trying to do is we're trying to isolate our big toe from our small toes. And so you kind of have your weight on the balls of your feet a little bit, evenly between your feet, and then all you're doing is you're trying to bring your big toe up only, and you're pushing that into the ground, and you're bringing up your small toes together. Bring up your big toe, bring up your small toes. So when we run, a lot of the force generated is generated from the big toe. And so we need to have isolation from our small toes so that when we push off, that we have good flexion in that toe so that we can generate more force. It's kind of like using a hammer. Try to use a hammer without your thumb. You can't generate a lot of force without that thumb. So you add the thumb, you have a lot more stability, a lot more force when you use it. So another good test, sit in a chair, push yourself forward till your knees are about even with the front of your toes, and same thing, do toe yoga sitting. This is going to tell you, again, do you have good range of motion in that big toe, good isolation. So bring the big toe up, down, and then try to separate the small toes and drive them up. Now if you're having a hard time with this exercise, if you can't isolate that big toe, get like a clipboard, something really skinny but firm, and you can get that under the toe, and you can just slowly bring that big toe up, isolate it from the small toes, and then bring it down. Bring it back up, isolate it from the small toes, and down. All right, so the next movement we're going to do is called the bridge, and I'm sure you have seen this movement quite a bit. It was one you've probably seen it in a movie where they're using it as a joke. But the bridge, you're going to feet about shoulder width apart, knees bent, you're going to lay back. You can put your hands on the ground for stability. You can put your hands at your chest. You can put the hands up straight in front of you if you feel pretty stable. This makes it a little harder. So hands on the ground, and all you're going to do is you're just going to pick your bottom up, lift that, make the bridge. This is going to work your glutes, your hamstrings, and some of your core. And you're going to hold this for 30 seconds. And you're going to bring it down. The next one that you're going to do is called the clamshell. So with the clamshell, you're going to get on your side, knees bent, feet together, one foot on top of the other. You're going to lay down, but what I want you to do is I want you to try to pick up your belly. So you're going to drive your hip down and kind of rib cage area right below your pecs. You're going to drive that into the ground, and all you're doing, bringing one leg up, that top leg up and down. And then you're going to switch to the other side. Same thing with the single leg raise. You're going to lay on one side. You're going to come down. Again, try to pick that up, isolate it. This time, that bottom leg can be bent. It can be straight out, either way. But all you're doing is you're raising that top leg up, nice and controlled, bringing it down. Up, down. And just control that movement. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Next is a plank. Again, when we run, it's a lot about core control, core stability. If that starts to break down while we're running, then our form's going to start to break down. So we're going to add some core work in as well. So the first one is the plank. So the plank, hands under your shoulders, shoulder width apart, and you're in plank position. And you're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So you can do plank like this, or you can get your elbows down and do plank from this position. Either way, you're going to hold it for 30 seconds. Elbow down on the ground. You can go from knees down. You can side plank with your knees, top hand up, isolating that side of our core right there. You can also feet out and plank up. So there you have the side plank. So that does it for the strength workouts that you'll be exposed to, at least for the first couple weeks in Become a Runner Academy. With any of these workouts, remember to listen to your body. If you start to feel pain, then stop. You may have to start off slow and then slowly work up, kind of like our running program. We're going to start off slow and work up to where we can do more. So remember, listen to your body when you first start off, but these strength workouts are really going to be effective in getting your glutes and your core ready to go to handle the demands of running.